The pounding in his head was nothing compared to the panic that rushed through his heart when Ethan opened his eyes and realized he wasn't in his own apartment. An unfamiliar ceiling stretched above him. A soft blanket covered his body. On the chair nearby sat his wrinkled office shirt, and the moment he recognized it, memories of the office party came crashing back in broken pieces. He was a single father who had spent years avoiding alcohol, but one terrible phone call about his late father's unpaid debts had shattered his self-control. Then he noticed someone standing quietly in the kitchen doorway. It was his coworker, Claire. She looked at him with tired but gentle eyes and softly said, "Your little girl is safe. She slept peacefully all night." In that instant, Ethan realized this wasn't the disaster he feared. It was the beginning of something he never expected. Before we continue, if you believe kindness, forgiveness, and second chances can change lives, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to Kindness Space for more heartfelt stories that remind us humanity still exists. For 3 years, Ethan had lived the same exhausting routine. Every morning began before sunrise as he prepared breakfast for his 6-year-old daughter, Lily. He braided her hair with clumsy fingers, packed her lunch, dropped her at school, worked a full day as an accountant, picked her up, cooked dinner, helped with homework, and tucked her into bed before spending late nights worrying about bills. His wife had passed away after a sudden illness, leaving him to learn parenthood while carrying unbearable grief. He never complained because Lily's smile made every sacrifice worthwhile, but loneliness quietly settled into every corner of his life. Claire had worked in the same office for nearly 2 years. She admired Ethan's dedication from a distance. While others complained about deadlines or office politics, Ethan always rushed home the moment work ended because his daughter was waiting. He never stayed for happy hours or weekend outings. Most coworkers assumed he was unfriendly, but Claire noticed something different. She saw a man who had forgotten how to take care of himself because he was too busy taking care of everyone else. The annual office celebration arrived during one of the hardest weeks of Ethan's life. Collection agencies had begun calling about debts connected to his late father. His landlord announced another rent increase, and Lily's school informed him about expensive medical tests after noticing vision problems. For the first time in years, the weight became too much. When coworkers encouraged him to relax with a few drinks, he reluctantly agreed. One glass became several. His carefully built walls collapsed, and exhaustion replaced caution. Claire noticed Ethan stumbling outside long before the party ended. He could barely remember his address and had lost his phone somewhere inside the restaurant. She knew leaving him alone would be dangerous. After contacting a trusted babysitter who confirmed Lily was safely sleeping at Ethan's apartment, Claire made the difficult decision to bring him to her nearby home instead of risking his safety on the streets. Nothing inappropriate happened that night. She placed extra blankets on the couch, but Ethan, barely conscious, wandered into the guest bedroom before collapsing from exhaustion. Claire quietly closed the door and spent the night worrying about how embarrassed he would feel in the morning. When Ethan finally understood what had happened, shame overwhelmed him. He apologized repeatedly, convinced he had destroyed his reputation. But Claire surprised him by refusing to judge him. She simply handed him coffee, returned his freshly washed shirt, and reminded him that everyone reaches a breaking point eventually. Sometimes strength wasn't pretending everything was fine. Sometimes strength meant accepting help when life became too heavy to carry alone.